Hey there, Ron's Bass Lessons, favorite from the 80s here, Lonely as a Night by Billy Squire. It's in the key of E, and let's go over the compartmentalized parts that when we put them together we got a song. So, intro to the song is just him and guitar. Bass doesn't come in, till after he goes through a whole cycle of it once. But when you do come in, you basically come in on what is essentially the verse lick. So, main lick is so you're going from basically E to A. So you're going to open E, and you're going your E on your 7th fret to D. So, depending on your taste, you can either, which is your B to A, or you can go open E, E, D, open E. Sorry. Or either one of those to my ear works. The B is in the E chord, so I think it's just a matter of taste. So basically open E, E, D, open E, octave E. Or alternatively, B to E at the end. Okay? So that's the first half, and then the second half you're going to end up on the A. Okay, so you're still going to do start the lick the same and then end up on that A. However, passing tones, again, up to you. So again, you can go open E, E, D, and just hit A twice. Or open E to A. Again, the open E is in the A chord. I personally like the way that E sounds, but in a live moment, I might get an inspiration and go AA, but I'm just giving you options so you can change the flavor as you wish. So let's do it. Let's do the lick first with the open E use only. Okay, and then let's do it the other way with the doubling the A and using the B to the E. See? Either one, right? Okay, so that's your main lick, and then following the A, you got two choices, which he kind of does approximately every other time, but not exactly. But so, okay, so he just pumps the B twice back to the A the first time through it, and then the second time he plays that lick. All right, he's going on the octave of the D here, starting on the bottom string. Pulling off half step, and coming up to the octave A here. So pulling up and hitting the A, pulling again. So he's doing the same notes, just changing the rhythm slightly. So I'm sure if you play with it, you'll just feel it. So the whole lick with all 4 times through E to A twice. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that's played behind the main Lonely as a Night verse, and then after that, you do, I don't know what you call it. Is that the chorus? I'm not even sure, but it goes B to A, and then boom, B. So this has some variations in it. If you really want to be crazy anal about it, listen real close. You can get every little passing tone, but I distilled it down to 2 things that I do that I think capture pretty much what's going on, at least enough for me. So again, B, B, A, B, slide up to F sharp and land on A. and there's a little kind of doing a little thing to complete that E chord, hitting the 5th. So you're hitting 7th fret and 9th fret, one string down for the E 5th. So let me do it again slow. Alright, it's the first half, and then the second half is very similar, except he does something a little different, which is nice, a little flavor. Okay, so pretty much the same idea, almost all the same stuff, except you're not going down to the A, you're hitting the B twice, sliding up to the F sharp, and coming on the minor third of that F sharp with the A here. So back to the F sharp. So pretty much everything here is going to be on the 7th and the 9th frets. So you're repeating same notes you played before, B, F sharp, E there at the end. So and instead of doing the 5th of the E, you're hitting it ends up being a G sharp leading into the D chord at the end of this phrase. So I'm not really sure theoretically why it works, but it sounds cool to me. So whole lick slow. Okay, and then when he goes up to the next register, this is where you're doing the D and the slide thing. Okay, so you're hitting the D on the 5th fret, you're sliding up to the octave D here on the 12th fret on the next string down. And then you're hitting D, A, G. And climbing back up to the D by hitting B on the 2nd fret and C. So the whole first half of that lick again. And then the second half, the second part of that lick, same, starts out the same, D to the slide up to the octave. And then he hits on the 19th fret, which is going to be actually your octave of your D, so that's why he's hitting that. And then hitting on the 17th fret, which is your A, back to the G in the first position. So it's like it's hard to do that when you're not doing it in real time. So let me do that second half of lick. Yeah, so and then it passes over the F sharp on its way down to start over again, hitting the tonal E chord. So, like that. So, again. Okay. And then that's, I want to say that's almost all the notes that are played in the song. Well, it is pretty much all the notes. But and the other phrase you need to know, so the first verse and the second verse are the same during the verse, but the between parts change. So after the first verse, then they do that thing where it's just the drum, where he plays the main riff and the drums go dump, 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 and you don't come in till the very end after they play the second A chord. But I mean, you can really come in where you want, but I believe on the record, the bass waits through that whole middle part preceding the second verse and just comes in on that last little, like I showed you earlier. Okay, so second verse, same as the first verse, I believe, if I'm remembering the structure right. And then the third verse is different. That's where he just lets the E ride out. And he slides up on the bottom string to the octave of the E. Okay, so and you'll feel it if you listen to it. So that's all the notes. They're all E notes. He does that a couple times, and then the third time through in that verse, he kind of hangs on for 7 beats and then hits an E somewhere on the 8th beat. That's the whole third verse. It's just letting the E's ring out and hitting an E at the end, pretty much. And then right after that third verse, it proceeds into the solo. So you're just kind of hanging and pulsing on the E chord. Now there is that other break where the drums do its thing again, and this time you play a little bit. Da 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 da. You know, you play along. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You hit it. You just pulse. And you know. And anyway, none of this is make or break the song, but that's what I am aware that's going on. So anyway, so preceding the solo after that, then you're just gonna count it in pretty much in whole notes or whatever you want to do, but that's what I think the whole notes, what's going on. 8, and then the solo. Okay, so I think it's 4 times. So the solo, again, playing all the same notes for the most part, just in a different rhythm. So you're going 5th to 7th fret, D to E, then open E, G, A, on the open 3rd, 5th. And then just D, A. And then you're going to do one more, you know, chorus thing with the D and the sliding. Not the D and the sliding, the you know, I'm trying to get it in my head. Right. Okay. So yeah. So I mentioned the, you know, da 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 da. That's after this, I believe. So that's what precedes the outro. So, yeah, and at the very end, after you do that last break, so then it's just, you're just pretty much wanking on 16th or 32nd. You know, so you're playing the same stuff you were playing behind the verse. You're going from E to A. All right, back and forth. So however you feel it, whatever other little fills you care to put in, great. But it's the basic idea is. You know, that's the whole feel. And then on the record, it just rides out. So, as always, I think I tabbed it. And if I did tab it, if you email me, I'll be happy to send you what I tabbed. But that's all the parts. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.